Hello, and welcome to Meet the Masters. In this episode, we're highlighting Вонак, a stance-swapping, close to mid-range assault in MXM.
I think it's time to liven up this joint.
Warnock is a sort of hand-for-hire within the Reclamation fleet, doing odd jobs ranging from hitman to transporter and everything in between. Warnock shines best when kiting and chasing down enemies. His aggressive playstyle and ability to switch firing modes on the fly allow Warnock to adapt to hostile situations and control the fight. Warnock wields twin pistols, Aurelia and Godfrey, named in honor of his parents' memory. Depending on which skill Warnock last used, his firing pattern changes, but by default, it fires a slew of bullets in a straight line. Warnock's weapons can be augmented for increased weapon damage, range, and reduced overheat. Like any true dual pistol-wielding hero, Warnock's passive is Gunslinger, which has two parts. The first section of Gunslinger is called Firing Stance, which changes Warnock's weapon attack mode depending on which skill he last used. Keep in mind that each time you change firing stances, you will reset your overheat gauge. The second and equally important portion of Gunslinger is called Stance Dance. Stance Dance gives Warnock a stacking buff each time he changes firing modes. The first buff increases move speed, while the second increases his projectile speed. And finally, the last increases his weapon damage. Maintaining these buffs is integral to playing Warnock at peak efficiency, but each time you stack a buff, you increase the mana cost of your skills by 15%, up to 3 times. His survival skill, Slide Tackle, moves Warnock a short distance. This skill is unique in the fact that it will also launch enemies Warnock collides with into the air, allowing for some serious combo capability. Unload, Warnock's first skill, unleashes a barrage of bullets in front of Warnock, dealing high burst damage and changing his firing mode back to his default of shooting straight ahead. This is Warnock's main damaging skill, and can be upgraded to increase its skill power further. Spray Pattern fires a wide arc of shots in an expanding cone. Warnock's firing mode is changed to fire bullets in a cone that gradually widens and narrows as he shoots. This is a great crowd-clearing tool, and gives Warnock a sort of shotgun effect to his weapon attack, making damage very difficult to avoid. Upgrading Spray Pattern increases damage and the number of shots that come out of the initial skill use. Whip Shot fires a slew of bullets that follow a curved trajectory. Curve the bullets around walls, frontline bruisers, or obscuring obstacles to find their targets. Warnock's firing mode is changed to fire curved shots, allowing you to pressure enemies around walls or sling shots around pesky melee characters to hit their backup. Upgrading Whip Shot increases damage and allows it to also slow enemies. Slam Shot is Warnock's most impactful skill, knocking targets back with a concentrated burst. It changes Warnock's firing mode to also knock back struck enemies for some self-peeling capability. Upgrading this skill increases range and armor penetration. Warnock's ultimate skill is Hail of Bullets. Warnock leaps into the air, avoiding damage and raining down bullets in a small area under him, while still being able to move and reposition. Upgrading Hail of Bullets increases the damage, increases the firing speed, and allows it to slow enemies. Warnock should be played with the utmost aggression. He can outshoot most opponents, and if they start to run, he can use Slide Tackle to lock them down for the kill. Keep your buffs up, as they make you substantially more powerful, but make sure to watch your mana, as it's easy to drain if you're not paying attention. Unload and Spray Pattern offer high damage options that allow Warnock to take on multiple enemies at once before switching to Unload to single out a weakened opponent. Whip Shot and Slam Shot are fantastic when under pressure, allowing you to use the environment to avoid damage while slinging shots around walls or sticky enemies. Slam Shot will make enemies think twice about pursuing you. Keep peppering anyone foolish enough to chase you for constant knockbacks, and they are sure to reconsider their choice of engagement. Make sure to hold on to Hail of Bullets for the right moment. Use it to burn down multiple targets before finishing them off, or utilize the invulnerability it gives to cleanly win a 1v1 duel that might be getting too dangerous. When playing against Bonar, be careful chasing him if your engage failed to lock him down. His low health and lack of mobility outside of his survival skill make him vulnerable to burst assassins, and crowd control is an easy way to lock him down and force the swap. Warnock is a quintessential damage dealer. Technique, timing, and attention to detail allow him to draw victory from the jaws of defeat, or seal the fate of an outplayed enemy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give us a like. You can learn more about other masters at playmxm.com, and be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube for more info.